What's going on, everybody? Tanner here with 5 for Football. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Monday Night Football has ended. It's about to be New Year's tomorrow night. But I just want to talk about the game and the playoff standings as they exist. And just want to kind of give an update. I don't do a lot of videos like this anymore. But I just wanted to kind of like share my opinions, my output on everything, and tell you guys what I think of the playoff picture so far. The Lions beat the San Francisco 49ers. It was a close game. Honestly, I don't think people expected it to be that close, considering how the 49ers have played this season. Lions are first seed in the NFC with tonight's win. They are 14-2. And there's still one spot, I think, remaining in the NFC playoffs picture and in the AFC playoff picture. So there's... we're missing a 7th seed, actually, for the AFC. We're going to go ahead and go over to the reaction screen, though, so you guys can kind of see everything that's happening. Let me take that off of there. My bad. To no one's shock, you got the Chiefs at 15-1, which they've had like 6 or 7 insane wins this year, either by luck or, you know, whatever, last drives of the game. They always pull something off. That's just what they do. My biggest surprise here, my biggest like shocker for me, well, you can't, okay, hold up. You can't take and discount what the Vikings have done, okay? Like, you can't, for me, what's crazy is that 3 teams in the NFC North have records of double-digit wins. And after all they've done, the Vikings are still sitting at the 5th seed overall in the NFC at 14-2, the second best, tied for the second best record in the entire NFL with the, you know, of course, the Detroit Lions up here. It's just so jam-packed in the NFC North that I mean, look, the Packers themselves are sitting at 11-5 on the season. Yes, all 5 losses have been to teams who are now in the playoff picture. So, you know, they've got a lot of questions moving forward, but they're sitting at the 7th seed at 11-5 overall. That's hardly ever the situation. And take a look at the Vikings at 14-2. It's the 5th seed. You don't expect to be the 5th seed overall when you're 14-2. Makes no sense. Commanders have, I think, shocked everyone so far this year with Jaden Daniels' play. 11-5, 6th seed. Their division's not near as strong, but they do have the Eagles in their division. If you scroll up, the Eagles are actually at the 2nd seed. They're 13-3. That's a really good record. I did not expect the Eagles to maintain this record and perform the way they are so far. I'm just going to be honest. I don't like Nick Sirianni as a head coach, and they've lost so many defensive pieces, but they've really just kind of kept it going. And I'm a little shocked at them, but I don't think they're going to be the Super Bowl favorites, in my opinion. It's kind of getting to the point where people might be sleeping on the Eagles just a little, but at the same time, also not sleeping. I don't know. I don't want to list them as a dark horse. I just think they're gonna get knocked out either in the divisional or NFC Championship if they make it that far. And to no surprise, the Rams are at 10-6. They've always, under Sean McVay, they've always been like, they go on a 5-game losing streak and then a 6-game winning streak. They've always been very, very streaky, especially the last few years with Sam Darnold, ever since the Super Bowl, really. And they've kind of battled back, and they've claimed the spot They've claimed a spot here at seed 3. Did they win their division or not? I think I think they did. They got NFC West division champions. So, and then I still think, is it the Lions? Did they claim the division championship? And I think they did with tonight's win. They are division champions. Or do they still have one more game? I would have to look to see if they play the Vikings. But either way, it's just crazy because the NFC North is just stacked. And like I said, sitting at 11-5 with the Packers, it's just nuts that you're a 7th seed overall. Texans, they're struggling, man. That record does not reflect their poor performances. Steelers, I wouldn't say people are sleeping on the Steelers at the 5th seed. I don't think they're going to make it to the Super Bowl. Their defense is elite, but their offense just doesn't produce as many points as you would think or would hope as a Steelers fan. Don't get me wrong, Russell Wilson has really come back this year and played really well, but he's played serviceable, but he's not, if you take a look at all the other superstar athletes in the playoff picture, you've got Patrick Mahomes, Jared Goff, and this Lions offense are rolling right now. Josh Allen, it's kind of a question mark right now with Jalen Hurts. I think he's got a concussion anyways. Matthew Stafford, he is the oldest one, but he can still light it up. Sam Darnold playing an MVP level, right? To everyone's surprise, he's playing at MVP level. Jaden Daniels is lighting it up. Jordan Love can light it up, but he's a huge question mark. But you got Justin Herbert. You got Russell Wilson, but you got Lamar Jackson as well. You got a CJ Stroud who won Offensive Rookie of the Year last year, but it's a big question mark too. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 6 really top 10 quarterbacks, in my opinion, in the entire NFL in the playoffs this year. And if you scroll down and look, you've still got major competition right now. Because look, the Bucks, Baker Mayfield is playing lights out this year, and if they move up, not going to be surprised if they make that last. They have an 89% chance of making the playoffs. So Baker Mayfield and the Bucks are playing really good. The only thing holding back the Buccaneers is freaking Todd Bowles. He's just not a good head coach. That's why they're 9-7 right now. They could easily, with the way they've been playing, they could easily be like 11-12 wins at least. They should be, but not a Todd Bowles fan, and I just not impressed with Todd Bowles. Excuse me. But overall, just I think, let me get this little picture thing back up. Here we go. You got Tua. I'm not scared about Tua at all. I'm not really worried about Michael Penix either. Bo Nix has played really well. I would consider he's a wild card. So the Bucks, Broncos, and then you got Joe Burrow playing at another MVP level this year as well. But they only have a 6% chance of making the playoffs. But if they do move up, you're looking at like 7 top 10 quarterbacks in the entire NFL making the playoffs this year. I don't know. You guys tell me your thoughts. I think that this is anyone's game. But out of who's in the playoffs right now, I would go ahead and knock out. I don't think the Texans are going to be a contender. I'm going to do a wild one here. I don't think that, well, take off the Texans and the Steelers. I would like to see the Chargers do it, but I just don't think they're going to make it all the way. I'm going to go ahead and write off the Eagles. We're going to write off the Commanders. I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, but I'm going to write them off. They just don't have what it takes, man. They can never get over the edge. Bills, probably between them and the Chiefs. I'm going to go ahead and cancel the Chiefs out. I'm going to say the Bills beat them this year. We're going to knock out the Ravens. I'm just kind of doing a process of elimination here. Vikings have a chance, but in the way they've been playing, especially this last week, very good. Let's go ahead and knock out the Rams. And I think it's going to be between the Lions and the Vikings, probably in the championship. And then, I don't know. So we've got the Bills so far, Lions, Vikings, all Super Bowl favorites right now. I took a big step marking out the Chiefs. They always find a way to win, and I'm sure they will. But really, it's between these 3 teams. You guys tell me your thoughts down below. I'm just kind of doing process of elimination by, the gut, just going from the gut, looking at it, and just seeing from what I've observed this season. I'm not looking at stats or anything right now other than the percentages to win, the percentages to make the playoffs. You can pretty much count these guys out. I mean, 11%, 16%, and 8%, 6%. Yeah, it's just not happening. You got so many teams that have already been eliminated. I mean, look at all these teams. Eliminated. So many teams have been mathematically eliminated. I'm just not worried about... I think if the Buccaneers make it, they can... If they make it into the playoffs, which they will with that 89% probability, they can be a dark horse, but I don't think they're going to have what it takes to go all the way. Broncos, they could be a dark horse. They're probably going to make the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to have what it takes to go all the way. And like I said, you're looking at... I think for the playoff or for Super Bowl winner, you're looking at the Bills, but they always end up choking. Chiefs, big probably to three-peat. It's definitely likely. But if you're going to look at the entire AFC, Bills, and then I'm going to have to say Lions or Vikings. Those are my top 3 picks for the Super Bowl. If it was down to another AFC team, yeah, I would choose the Chiefs. But it could go either way there. You guys tell me your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching. Much love. Tanner out.